Yo, hey, what's up, YouTube? Pastor Matt here. Hey, most of you probably know me from my book and Bible reviews here on this YouTube channel. Some of you probably also know that I have my hands in a whole bunch of other stuff, not the least of which, of course, is my pastorate here at Faith Evangelical Presbyterian Church, the office, the study of which I am sitting in right now on this Sunday evening, Palm Sunday. Hope you worship the Lord Jesus, who triumphantly came into the city of Jerusalem to die for the sins of his people and to be raised again on Resurrection Sunday, which we will celebrate this coming up Lord's Day. But more than that, I also do some other stuff. I do some writing, I do some editing. We have the Westminster Society Journal, second edition, coming out this summer, which features a bunch of writers from my denomination, the Evangelical Presbyterian Church. But I want to talk to you today about a new book that is coming out, to which I am contributing very, very gratefully and thankfully on my part to be a part of this. And that would be the Jonathan Edwards Miscellanies Reader, which is going to be published by J.E. Society Press out of Fort Worth, Texas. That's a publishing arm that focuses specifically on works about and related to the great Puritan theologian of the 1700s, Jonathan Edwards, known principally for his ministry in and around the Great Awakening period of the 1740s. Well, if you know anything about Edwards, he was a prolific writer himself, and he had a series of notebooks and journals that he kept in his study called the Miscellanies. And it was a series of notebooks in which Edwards commented on practically everything from biblical topics to fulfillments of prophecy, to practical ministry applications. Everything that he could think of, he constantly wrote in his Miscellanies. These wonderful cross-referenced indexed journals which compile over 1,400 individual entries. And the Miscellanies Reader is going to be a new book that ties in the knowledge and wisdom of a bunch of different Jonathan Edwards scholars. I'm probably the least of all of them, but glad to be a participant anyways. And my topic in the Miscellanies Reader is going to be joy or happiness. So what I did is I took volume 18 right here, and these are Miscellanies number 501 through 832, which Jonathan Edwards wrote during the 1730s as he was rising up in international prominence, especially as he writes his great book, A Faithful Narrative, which tells of the local revivals of Northampton, 1734, 1735. Anyways, so I'm focusing on this particular set of miscellanies, and I took 6 or 7 of his miscellanies on happiness and joy. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for commonalities in terms of theme and overlap, in terms of biblical confluence of ideas, especially related to heaven, joy in the next life as opposed to joy in this life, and so on and so forth. Joy in and among the three persons of the Trinity. And I stitched all those together into an article that is going to contribute to helping the reader understand the whole panoply of Jonathan Edwards' miscellanies, his great notebooks. So anyways, look for that coming out sometime later this year. Dr. Rob Boss is the general editor of that volume. And by the way, he's a creative genius. And one of the things that's going to make this book unique, the Miscellanies Reader, is that it's going to come with all of these digitalizations of themes, topics, and ideas of Jonathan Edwards and put them into kind of like a three-dimensional model where you see all of the interconnectivity of Edwards' ideas and thoughts related to the Bible and theology. It's going to be amazing. The book is going to be fantastic. So that's going to come out later on 2018. Just turned in my article this week, and I'm very excited to participate in that. And that, my friends, leads me to an announcement. A major announcement on my part, and one that I've been excited to mention publicly for quite some time, and that is that my dissertation on Jonathan Edwards turned book is soon to be released in the next month or so, hopefully by this summer. Now, if you've been tracking with my ministry and writing career, Jonathan Edwards has been the topic that has consumed me for the better part of 4 years or so now. Started studying Jonathan Edwards for my dissertation at Reformed Theological Seminary in Orlando, and I ended up really locating on the topic of joy or happiness, and that is going to be the title of the book that's going to come out, A Theology of Joy, Jonathan Edwards and Eternal Happiness in the Holy Trinity. And what I did in this book, which I'm excited to announce, is I went through all of Jonathan Edwards' major works and writings, including his sermons, including his religious affections, The End for Which God Created the World, his revival writings, and I looked for themes related to joy and happiness everywhere, and I put together a whole pastiche, a whole mosaic of Jonathan Edwards' theology of joy and happiness. Had a lot of help. Academic advisor Dr. Michael Allen is one of the great young theologians of today. He was my supervisor for this project. Thankful for Dr. Rob Boss, who's the publisher at J.E. Society Press, for allowing me to go forward with this book. Thankful for all of my editors and helpers and those who helped me to put this together. And I'm excited. I can't wait for the next time I talk to you about Jonathan Edwards, because I'm probably going to be indicating the release of A Theology of Joy. All right, so thanks for checking in. Look forward to that Miscellanies reader. That is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. Hey, if anything I said about the Miscellanies got you interested in reading that, you can actually buy the several volumes that comprise the Miscellanies in the official Yale editions. I'll put a link to Amazon in the description of this video, so you can go get some Jonathan Edwards Miscellanies if you'd like. Or, even better than that, you can go to get it for free online at edwards.yale.edu, where all of the writings of Jonathan Edwards are free for you online. Hey, don't forget you can check out my Edwards-related website. It's edwardsstudies.com. I have a bunch of introductions to Edwards' most important works. You can also see some cool videos and other book reviews there. Thank you so much for checking in. Look forward to the Miscellanies reader later on this year, and look forward to A Theology of Joy, Jonathan Edwards and Eternal Happiness in the Holy Trinity by yours truly. Love you lots. Thanks for checking in. Talk to you soon. I'm out.